Hey again, so yeah, quick as possible, succinct as possible. This is what technique I used to get my first astral projection flight. Hopefully it will help anybody else. So once in a previous video, as I explained, once I was aware of this state I was getting into when I was overtired and falling asleep, and that line between consciousness and unconsciousness, what I did was I read a few things beforehand, so I prepared myself so that when I entered this state I did certain things. The things I read were, number one, that we are protected when we astral project. We are connected to our body. We won't get lost. We're not going to, meet anything out there that's going to harm us. And so there's no danger of going off, there's no danger of not coming back, there's no danger of getting lost, there's no danger of getting into any battles, nothing like that. And technique is, I think somebody mentioned it's like yoga nidra or something. So I started with my big toe, and I started by imagining that I was moving it, even though I wasn't moving at all. I imagined the sensation, the intention of moving it, and it felt like it was moving, but I wasn't moving. And then I could move my leg and my hands, my fingers, and then the final step is to imagine that I'm sitting up. Imagine I'm leaning forward, and that's exactly what I did. When I was in that between consciousness state, I flexed my toes, I flexed my feet, even though they didn't move, and it really, I've genuinely felt like it was moving, but without in a physical way. And then it took me 2 attempts. The first time I tried to lean forward and sit up, nothing really happened, but the second time, as I mentioned in the other video, the second time it was like, whoomph, and I moved forward and I moved out. Now, what I'm going to try again is to just be serene, because what stopped my flight before was panicking, in a sense. I think my breathing, my heart rate went too high, and then my vision started going. So I'm, when it next happens that I can do it, I'm going to panic less, breathe more regularly. I was in a position that I usually sleep in, so I was on my side, my head up like that, just that's the way I usually fall asleep. So that's, because that's what we need to do. We need to get to that state at which we're falling asleep, and then instead of falling backwards into sleep, we lean forwards into the universe. That's really as simple as it is. Really, that's it in a nutshell. I was only able to get there though because I was woken in the morning when I was still sleeping. So it might be beneficial to put an alarm on for say 2 hours before you wake up, something like that, or however long you think. Wake yourself up and then go back to sleep. I'm going to try it actually as well when I'm falling asleep tonight, rather than wake up and do it, but I imagine that it might be more difficult because it takes me a couple of hours generally to fall asleep, and I think it's not so clear to me. When I woke up this morning and I realised hey, you know, I'm still overtired, which means I'm going to get to this semi-state, I was ready for it. But, you know, when I went to bed that night, I didn't notice myself falling asleep. So I think, and I've heard from what I've read, most of it says that most people do it in the morning. And I would imagine that's why, because that's when we are most likely to be able to go back to that semi-conscious state, just falling asleep. Yeah, but you know, let's be open about this. Let's be truthful. Let's be serene about it. And you know, there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry about. I don't want money from this. I just want to enable others. I don't know. I mean, I'm 40. I don't know why it's happened to me. I've been trying. I would say I've been trying pretty much my whole life. You know, I've meditated. I've taken drugs. You know, I've wanted to, but this breakthrough has only recently happened, and it's mainly because I realised there was a state I was getting to that I thought there must be something to this. There must be. So I don't know whether it's something that one could do without sort of any prior thinking of it. Maybe I don't know. Good luck. You know, whatever is your path with it. But I know now 100%. It's absolutely doable. I'm going to put more videos up when I have more experiences of it, and I really hope to be able to concur for myself that it's astral projection. And I think the only way, or one of the ways I imagine that I'm going to be able to do that is to go to somewhere while I'm in flight. I'm going to call it flight, I don't know, whatever. I'm going to go somewhere like that I can physically go to the next day, and I'm going to look at something that I know nothing about there, an object, something, or a book maybe. Oh, I don't know if I won't be able to, but yeah, maybe a book. I could read the spine of a book, something like that anyway, that would give me direct knowledge of that thing that I haven't looked at in the physical world, and then in the physical world go to that place and look at that thing and confirm it. And that is my burning task now. And it's funny because when I was flying, when I came to, I just felt so much love. I just felt to myself, thank you. I've wanted to do this, like to experience something like this or this for so long, and to have actually experienced it, I am so grateful. I smoke, and I thought to myself, do you know what? This is now a reason to be healthy, because I want to explore this more. You know, I've been very disillusioned with the world and where we are at the moment, you know, because I can't do the things that I want to do, which is live off the land and stuff like that. And, you know, it's a long story, I won't go too much into it. But I was I was depressed for a long time, so I've just come out of a long period of depression. And now, genuinely, having experienced that, even for only 10 seconds, I honestly feel like so much more engaged with life again now. And I went to bed at like 2:30 last night. I must have woken up at 5, unable to go back to sleep. And I don't feel tired. It's like crazy. I'm buzzing. Yeah, so look forward to my next videos on this, because if I put them out, it means I've got some more information. And please put in the comments any of your experiences with astral projection. I'd be really interested to hear. Yeah, and stay open, stay truthful, stay loving, stay serene, and yeah, best of luck to you all. Lots of love.